Hello, hello, and welcome to this Space Engineers DLC showcase. This is Sparks of the Future. One left, Wasteland. This one gives you some great stuff for your builds and some really useful things to make large grid stations and ships come to life. So, what do you get? Well, first of all, we'll go through it in some detail. You get the Sci-Fi LCD panel, and you will get several of these. We'll find them as you go through your build list. In decoration 3 on mine, and you get a 5x5, a 5x3, and a 3x3. Got them all lit up nicely. What else do you get? Well, you get neon tubes. You can freely colour these. Place them how you want. You can make patterns like this. And if your grid runs out of power, they will go off. As you can see, mine has got power, so they're shining up nicely. I thought this showcase was best done in the sort of darker time. The Space Engineers. What else? Large and small grid, sci-fi atmospheric and sci-fi ion thrusters. I absolutely love the sci-fi ions. Those are glorious. And these are larger versions. Small grid versions look different. Or rather, they are. Let me just bring up a spare bit of space. We'll find these over, again, not with the rest of the ions and atmospheric thrusters. You'll find them here. There's your full grid version. That. And version of that. They fit really well and they look really cool. It's your sci-fi ions and atmospheric thrusters. Give your builds a really slick look. What else though? The sci-fi interior wall. Now I've been setting up a few bits and pieces over here to show this off. Put the torch on. Here's a sci-fi interior wall. You can place these in various configurations to get different looks. They have lots of detail on them. Ports on the back, ports on the side, and various parts that show different emissive flooring and ceiling elements that you can use. And so, for instance, you make a little interior space like this. Come back to these in a second. And this. There's your The one, we'll talk about all that. Moving on, you get the bar counter, the L shape, and the regular, so you can make further enhanced kitchen areas like this. You get the Sci-Fi control panel instead of the regular little rectangular control panel. You've now got a funky one. You can change the control panel, the usual. And then the Sci-Fi one button panel. Which, if you want, you can festoon with various images or text. So, and the Sci-Fi 4-button panel with configurable images as well. So we go into the control panel of this. See that you've got the available buttons, and you've also got the LCD panel. So if we change numpad 1, once again, this cosmic theme, maybe not. Let's go with one of my other favorites, Cosmic Coffee 2. There you go. That's your Cosmic Coffee 2. That's your Sci-Fi 4-button panel. And the Sci-Fi sliding door. Can link to a button if you want. Lovely detailed door, fits very well, and allows for more variation in small grid builds. Because part of the free update with Sparks of the Future was to introduce a small grid door as well. Then we have the Sci-Fi armor skin. We're walking on it. This is it, right here. It looks absolutely great. And 2 neon armor skins. This one, which will take any sort of block like this and detail it. And the other one with a full colour and white detailing. So if we open up our paint tool and we choose the neon colourable surface, for example, and we pick yellow, you'll see that's what happens. But if we choose this one, you'll see that you get a whole different type of style. Like that. Great for adding variety to your builds. And finally, you get 8 new character emotes. This is a bit of a teaser as well. You're looking at my character, you'll see that they're wearing an interesting skin. We'll talk about that in another video. So, what do you get? Well, remember that to find out what is in the pack, look at the icons, and you can see that the Sparks of the Future icons are right here. So we have a whatever. Yeah, whatever. And we have like a yelling emote. Getting annoyed. Then, looking around, kind of emote. For tense horror scenarios. There's stretching. There's several extra actions attached to these as well when you trigger them again. But we'll leave you to experiment with that. A dance emote, which you may have seen if you watched my video on the replay tool. And I'm funky with that one. This emote, which I believe is the charge. This one. Another form of dancing. And there's the come here. That is your emotes with Sparks of the Future. So it's a great pack, adds a load of cool things. Favorites have got to be the sci-fi ions, the sci-fi atmospherics. I really like the neon tubes and the sci-fi interior walls. In fact, I absolutely love the entire pack. I've used this pack on the Callisto 71 for a lot of the interior decorating of the ship itself, and a lot of the functional button panels are all these Sparks of the Future. And I've built a couple of small grid ships that have these doors. And that's it. That is your look at the Sparks of the Future paid DLC. As I always say, remember that Keen don't just release the paid, they release the free part as well, which adds substantial things to the game. If you want to see what comes in both parts, check out Marek Rosa's blog. I'll leave that blog for Sparks of the Future in the description of this video, along with a link to this pack if you don't already have it. And then coming up on Monday will be Wasteland. So I will say take care, stay safe, have fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.